I'm Shae Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me today is Matt Healy, the Executive Chair for Astute Metals. Matt, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good, Shae. Good to be talking to you again.
Thrilled to have you on because I see lots of my favorite words in your most recent announcements, and that is diamond drilling. I believe you are about to kick off a new diamond drilling program at your Red Mountain Project in the US. Can you elaborate a little bit more on the plans, please?
Yeah, sure. We have 6 diamond holes. We've got now permitted to go and do some drilling at Red Mountain, our lithium project in Nevada. So it's 6 holes, just under 1,400 meters total. And they're designed to extend the known mineralisation further to the north, look for it as deep as about 200 meters down, and infill some key locations along the strike of the project. So once this is done, we'll have drilling along about a 6 kilometre strike, yeah, that'll the results from this will feed into a final drilling campaign in the second half of the year.
I wouldn't mind just touching on the fundamentals of the lithium market at the moment because the lithium price has been quite flat for some time. But an off the camera conversation, you pointed out that things might be changing for lithium. What is that exactly?
Yeah, well, look, there's a bit of a story that's been doing the rounds on social media lately, and there's a company. Many of your listeners will have heard of it. CATL. It's the world's largest lithium battery manufacturer, and they're in the process of doing an IPO on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And one of the things in the IPO documents it shows what their predictions are for future EV batteries, but also grid scale storage batteries over the coming 5 years, and uh, it's huge. So when you dig down to the numbers and you look at what we produced last year, so last year the world produced about 1.2 million tons of lithium carbonate equivalent. Now CATL, they reckon by 2030, in lithium carbonate equivalent terms, it's going to be about over 4 million tons required to meet demand. I mean, that's huge. That's more than a tripling of world production in 5 years. So you wrap your head around that.
Yeah, that is a huge increase in a very short space of time, which I guess neatly ties in with the next point. And this is last week, President Donald Trump announced a new executive order relating to minerals in the US. What are the finer details of this? And how does Astute Metals benefit from it?
Yeah, great question. So the executive order was to affect immediate increases in mineral production in the US. And whilst it's early days, this was only announced on Friday. I guess there are three key areas. Number one is land use. So the agencies in the US have been directed to prioritise mineral-related land use over other land uses on federal land, and that'll have a big impact because there's a lot of federal land, particularly in Nevada. In fact, our Red Mountain project is on federal land, so it gives our project a bit of a push from that perspective. The second one is that we're looking to support financing outcomes from mineral projects, and so they'll use the National Security Capital Forum. There's the Export-Import Bank, and the Defence Production Act will be used to advance domestic mineral production as well. So there's going to be a lot of tailwinds from the financing side of things, and the third one is that they're looking to address regulatory bottlenecks and reduce expedition of approval processes, I should say. So there's three key areas, and we believe all of those could potentially have a really significant impact on our Red Mountain project.
It's certainly a great time to have a project in the US and Nevada, which is a mining friendly jurisdiction. And finally, speaking of the US, I know you're off to Nevada shortly as part of the latest exploration program. Tell me, will we get a chance to speak to you while you're on site?
Absolutely. I'll be landing stateside on the 8th. I've got a drill rig turning up on the 10th, and I'll be out there for most of the month of April.
Listen, I look forward to the results from this diamond drilling program, and I really hope to speak with you while you're on site. Matt, always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you for being here today.
Great. Thanks, Shae.